It was somewhere in my darkest dreams. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. The sun was fading into the sky. I turned around and wondered why, but I'm gone. Yes, I'm gone.
This is Windy City Redneck, the podcast. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 2. Finally have the season right. I know the episode. And we're coming to you on our YouTube channel as well. And you can probably tell we have some extra people in here this week. We'll get into that in just a second. This one to my left, your right, probably looks familiar. Were you season... I'm going to make you live real quick. Were you Season 2 or Season 3? Season 1.
One.
Yeah. Season 1.
I've not been on video.
Yogini is back. Say hello.
Hello.
Tim Kelly is back. Hello. Yeah, a little last minute thing.
I won't go away.
Yeah, we were having a good time up at the Legion, and Tim decided he want to come and just hang out with us. So we're glad he's here. One more, say hello to our folks.
Hello.
And Whiskey Jim.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for coming in, folks. Season 4, Episode 2. I already know the title of this episode, but I'm gonna wait. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, at least tell me.
Do you really want to know what it is?
Video, I know what it is.
Do you really want to know what it is? Season 4, Episode 2, Windy City Redneck, the vodcast. Welcome to... That's what she said.
Wow.
Yep. Dude, isn't that creative?
Creative.
That's my creative juices. And don't forget, you need to make out with
Creative.
The mic. There you go.
Yogini's like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, right.
All right.
All right, then.
You know, there's always... You guys are always critics. You can always take over this chair anytime you want.
I got enough to do.
I believe we've offered every episode that I've been here.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I think we've discussed it every
Okay,
time you go to the
Butterball. What is it? Butterball? No, you're HJ.
Butterbean.
You're HJ now.
No, it's Chicago Handshake.
You're HJ.
As we see the handshake paraphernalia in front of us.
Yeah.
Are we working on an old style for a sponsor or something?
No,
I don't know. Are we?
I bought more old style than they can ever give me, so I'm good.
Hey, you're listening to Liam Durkin in the background. This is his song, I'm Gone. Everything Windy City Redneck is Liam Durkin when it comes to the music. Thanks for Liam and the guys in the Liam Durkin Band for letting us use their music. We do appreciate it. This is I'm Gone from his CD, Behind the Wheel. Liam is available on Spotify. He has his own website. Check him out at liamdurkin.com. He's on Facebook. And I think we've gone through this before. I don't think he's on X. Twitter, Tweety, whatever you want to call it now. I don't even know what they call it anymore.
Call that.
SpaceX.
Yeah. Formerly known as Twitter.
Do you think it's called X because of SpaceX?
No, I think that's what Elon Musk wanted to call it. He owns it now. So.
Was it X first?
No.
No. And then SpaceX, or was SpaceX and then it was X?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're supposed to know. You're worldly. You're supposed to know everything.
I usually make things up. I'm not feeling it tonight.
Well, you know, you're not. Oh my God, you're not feeling it
You're
tonight.
just gonna get the truth out of it tonight.
This is Windy City Redneck, the vodcast, which is always unprepared, and never prepared, always inaccurate. So we're keeping up with that. Mr. Technical is going on over there. You okay? One more.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up Liam's.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. We do appreciate you tuning in, checking us out on our YouTube channel, and also on our Buzzsprout site, and doing the podcast as usual. So again, Season 4, Episode 2. Thanks to Yogini for coming in.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah. It's kind of a last-minute thing.
Very.
We've decided... I don't know what we've decided, but I think our new track record is going to be...
It started with Tim.
It did. I think the new track record should be...
About every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but not... but not have a guest, but not give them too much notice.
but don't have a plan.
Well, we're never prepared, so we're totally...
And always inaccurate.
Yeah.
I got it right.
There you go.
But I think sometimes... So let's just set the record straight. When you were in on Season 1, I want you to know, love you to death. One more on myself, you know that. Tim as well. And
Hello.
you just and Whiskey Jim will understand why we do, because you guys just met for the first time tonight.
Yes.
But
Everybody loves me at
You
first.
have a very
First.
You have a very distinctive. I don't know if it's title, but you have a distinctive in being the only guest we've ever had on the podcast.
Okay.
That we tweaked and retweaked.
Well,
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
You tell our listeners.
You were
and the
not-
viewers
you
about
were
that?
not-
Yeah, I don't know.
You were
Yeah,
not
she'll let
happy
you know.
with me.
No, that's not true. But let these guys know, because I think
so
one
do I
more
have to do a lot more editing? Is that what we're
No,
talking about?
no, because one more, you weren't as involved with it. You were in behind the scenes back when we did that. I don't know if you sat in on those interviews. I don't think you did. One more wasn't in on
No, I
those.
was in on one.
You were in on one
I
of
think
them.
I
One
said
of them.
Yeah.
on one.
But
Yeah.
I would get Yogini would send me a text, and well, you tell everyone.
Well, I just was, I think I was nervous. I wasn't prepared. And when I heard myself, you know, when you sent me the audio and all that, I was like, I don't think I like the way that
That's right.
sounds.
You had to do a redo.
By that, you mean how I sound?
Oh, yes, exactly. I'm like, I think we need to redo that. And I would text you and you'd feel like, I could hear it on the other end.
No,
through
it's
the
not
text.
true.
Oh, I think it's
more
very
like,
true.
Yes, there
Yeah.
you go. Exactly. But it ended up being awesome.
It did, but it was important to me, and I think it was important to all the guys involved with the club that as much as we make fun of One More and myself, and now Whiskey Jim is an integral part of the podcast. I think it's important to us is that we do all kinds of kidding around, and our motto is never prepared, always inaccurate.
Right.
But I do think that there's you need to be honorable in the people that you do have in. If you wanted to get it right, look, we have a tendency. I should only speak for myself, but we have a tendency to kind of put people on the spot. I've done that to you, which
have.
I've apologized to you,
Absolutely have.
and I've done that to One More.
But I'm pretty good at
Deflection. You're
not
good.
deflection. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my whole life.
No, go ahead. Explain yourself.
No, I'm pretty good at thinking on the fly.
Which you are.
I am.
Which
Whether I'm right or wrong, I just, like I said, I make things up.
right,
So.
but
Anybody's willing to leave comments, we'd like to hear
Yeah.
them. You know, whether or not Jim's good at.
but based
on the fly.
based on you, based on your reply there to that, I know that's your personality. I know that's how you would respond, and that's why One More and myself thought that you'd be great to have in on this. I'm very appreciative that you are, and I
Yogini,
just know
just
that
so you
we
know.
work well on that.
Just so you know, we have 0 comments on any of our videos.
Yeah, but
For real?
For real.
yeah,
That'll change
going-
today.
That is changing today.
going back to
Yeah.
what the point was going to be is that as much as we kid around and we say never prepared, always inaccurate, I think that there still needs to be a respect factor. You know, like when Tim was on and when our other guests are on, if you're uncomfortable with something and, you know, we want to set the record straight. So
Right.
back then, I would like to think that this podcast was in its infancy back then, and we were. I don't. If you go back and you listen to that, I mean, I'm uncomfortable listening to it because I don't think I was a very good host at that point, too. There's a lot of.
Back then.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I disagree with that.
That was season
Still a
1.
bad host, so it's
Yeah,
it's all-
that
thanks.
was my point.
Thank you.
I just love the
Well,
fact that you think
yeah.
you're better.
Yeah. Well, you know, I just want to. Well, hey, I just want to point out to all of our viewers and listeners. Again, the phrase is never prepared and always inaccurate. This chair is available anytime you two fuckers want to take it over.
No.
Again, we're. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
Renee, you also make me feel like we're welcome here. My first time I was nervous like she was, but you make it feel very relaxed and
He's grooming you.
be your own people. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good. I'm glad you're happy. Tim, get the fuck out.
Bye-bye.
No, dude,
you are correct. From that,
No,
you
yeah.
listened to the first episode that you did with Tim and Alyssa, and you listen to the later episodes, you can definitely tell you relaxed into this spot, and you're a lot more comfortable. You were nervous. You could feel it in the audience.
You had notes.
Yeah.
You had notes when I was on. You were asking-
Had is the keyword, isn't it?
which I think this is probably better.
This is today's notepad. Ready?
Sorry, but he wrote it right before we started.
Right.
He was writing on the episode of the season.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
And that's only because we got it wrong last episode.
Right.
But I will say, when I know we're going on a tangent, which we always
But that's
do.
what we're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do.
The few times I do like a topic, because when we did tattoos, I didn't know anything about tattoos. I didn't know anything, so I researched it.
that one was fun.
Me too.
That was
All
fun.
been- I think they all
Oh, is
been
that with
fun,
my niece?
That was with your niece,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So I like the fact, like, I researched something about this brand today.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna, at some point, we're gonna do a Chicago handshake.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to. We
I
already
won't.
talked to
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we found you Moscato.
Well, and
I'm the lightweight in the crowd.
and I don't know if you've listened to any of the episodes lately or watched them, but
I'll
this
give it a
is
shot. What the hell?
it's called the Chicago Handshake, and then is that what's on the bumper?
It is not. It's a
It-
bar. It's a bar mat. But
Okay,
yes.
a bar mat. That's I'm not in the industry, so I don't understand what it is. But
it's the way I
we can
told
get
you
into.
that.
I've
Normally
changed it.
it's literally on the bar.
Yeah, it says it.
Yeah, I've actually renamed this
Yes.
To
the Chicago Hand Job. Yeah,
well, I'm really glad that I'm not partaking.
yeah. So I just wanted to. So that's why I said it's obvious you haven't listened lately to hear what's going on.
But so to talk about, let's go back. I'll bring it full circle
yeah,
back.
go ahead.
No, I like
Go ahead,
I
Jeff
like having
Psaki.
a general. Wow. Okay.
Well, circle back.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying you're
Come on,
wrong.
Jimbo.
Go ahead.
I like researching a topic that I don't know about, because I know a little bit about a lot, but I like learning more about things I don't know about. And so I don't know. You sent a text about I can pick up the topic today.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're not going to get to it eventually.
Yeah.
That's why we got a guest. You told us the topic and we changed it.
Thank God he wasn't here for our test
My
last
topic actually
night.
wasn't Malort. It was
Yeah.
not, if you remember.
Oh, what was your topic?
My topic was this.
Oh,
Have you ever?
Q&A.
No,
No,
would you
would you
rather?
rather?
Would you rather?
Which I think we should get
So-
to at some
We'll
point.
get that.
Do
We'll
you?
get that. We'll get
All
that.
right. Well, then I guess we're gonna have to respect the guests. But our run through last night, if you saw the run through last night, Whiskey Jim, you would
Well,
not be
I would need
appreciative.
to be invited to the run through.
Testing.
Oh, my
So
God.
would you rather have
It's
another
always back
topic?
to him being invited.
Well, you want me part of it, or you not want me part of it?
No, I
don't
do,
mind.
but you constantly refer to not being invited. I've given
Only
you an
because
open
I'm not
invitation to
invited.
everything.
That's the only
All
reason
right.
why I
Jim,
said
you're
it.
always invited over.
All right, so
Tim, what's
just-
You're invited for right now. In about 10 minutes, you might be uninvited. But
Right.
Every party I go to, that happens. I'm good with that.
So we're still in the opening segment, and we usually try to do our housekeeping stuff, and I seems like we may have gotten into the episode a little bit, which I don't have a problem with. But before we go any further, I want to let you guys all know something. Tim, you never had the pleasure of meeting the individual I'm about to speak about. He was a very important part of me and One More's life. Yogini, I know that you know some of the story, and you loved him. Northwoods Matt.
Yeah.
It'll be 1 year on the passing of Northwoods Matt this Sunday.
Wow.
It'll be
Wow.
January 28th. It'll be 1 year exactly. One more, myself, the twins, a bunch of the Rednecks are getting together. For anyone who's watching or listening, if we post it by then, we
So
are
it'll be 2
getting
weeks
together.
ago.
It's probably gonna be past tense,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. But we are getting together this Sunday, the 28th, 6:00 at Rosangeles Restaurant. If everyone wants to come by,
Can we make a pact, the three of us?
Yeah.
Can we talk about him every episode? At least bring him up. I think it's important. That is a positive thing. I think it's.
Go ahead.
absolutely.
No, I'm not.
Sure. We can do it. You do it.
Here,
Come on, one more.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I'll give you the blood. That was
Yeah.
on the. Here.
Right.
It's the sauce.
Hey,
Okay.
yo, I'm good with that. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
I a little bit. So to fill you guys in, I was a guest twice before I started partnering with you guys, and he was there both times. I talked about whiskey, and he didn't like. If I remember, he didn't like whiskey at all.
I think.
No, I think he liked
No, he liked
whiskey, but
bourbon,
he
but
didn't.
he didn't like the.
He didn't like bourbon.
Like the Irish.
Yeah.
Scotch. Yeah.
Get a little
And so
closer to the mic there.
He didn't like scotch, and him and I had it, and I was sitting next to him. and we had an awesome connection.
Yeah.
And he was one of those people that you're lucky to meet in your life that makes you better. Like I'm not always that person.
You're cutting out.
It's good now.
I think it's my
push,
mic.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Push the. There you go. Stop touching it.
Better. Difficulties.
Go ahead.
No, he makes you better leaving after you meet him, after you interact with him. And
Yeah.
so I think it's important to keep his memory and his legacy alive.
Definitely.
And I hope his kids can hear this or watch this
Well,
because
with me, I learned through your Facebook. I read about what this man did. Because I'm on your Facebook, and I looked him up, and he was probably one hell of a young man. Unfortunately, he passed away. God
Yeah.
bless him.
Yeah.
he was
And
in
you
a
guys talk
snowmobile
about all the
accident.
time
remember,
after the
yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe
by
it's
the
been
way,
a year,
I
though.
was able to pull that video off. I was able to pull that video off of Facebook, so I got it.
Nice. Well,
So I mean, I don't mean to think it like I always
No,
do throw
no,
it,
and
but
that's-
I
you
think it's a
know,
good thing.
and-
It's an important thing to mention that
A
he was
toast to the
he was
man.
he was a bigger
Toast
part of
to
this
the
than
man.
I'll ever be
good idea, Tim.
because he's the
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
he's the
God
heartbeat
bless
of
him
this.
and his family.
Whatever this turns out to be, if it's nothing more than we get to meet new people every once a month in a garage and
Yeah.
drink beers,
It's
still a great interaction.
And what's interesting is that he always had the belief of that if it turned into something great, if it didn't and it just wound up being tonight, it's the five of us.
Right.
If it was just the five of us, it was the five of us. If it was the three of us, it was the three of us. And as long as we were all happy with what went down, that was good enough for him.
But it's out
And
there
that-
forever. It's out there forever
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and so I think it's important to
Yeah.
leave his legacy.
Well,
Yeah,
I was talking to a friend of mine the other night, Oz. You know Oz from Evergreen.
See, I had
yes.
money that you don't
well,
have. friends.
anyways,
From
yeah.
from
Anyways,
Los Angeles.
no, he's from. He went to high school
Oh,
with us.
Dave-
I'm just going to throw his name out as Oz. I'm not going to because he's one of those that doesn't like being on
Dave
social
Wilson.
media. Anyways, we were just talking about it, and I brought up
I didn't know him as that.
yeah. That was
Well,
his name.
that's his code name.
That's his code name. Anyways, we were talking in my garage the other night, drinking beers, and I was bringing up kind of like the podcast. It's like, well, and he's like, I don't want to be anywhere on social media. I'm like, well, I think it's kind of cool because it's a legacy for my kids. My kids can go and listen to me talking about some stupid bullshit,
Or
whatever.
20 years from now,
Yeah,
like there's already been on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's already been really close friends of mine that have passed away that come up in memories every day that
Yes.
they've commented on a
Yeah.
post every day. So every day I'm thinking of certain friends of mine.
Yeah.
Like there's one or two that come to mind that every day commented on something that
Right.
I post, and it makes me sad, but it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And
Getting
I'm
back-
glad, but I'm also glad that I'm remembering them.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking
that's what the cool thing is. I can
Yeah.
go back to the episodes when Matt was on, and I can listen to them. That's
So,
awesome.
and I think we can bring this full circle a little bit and bring you in, Yogini, on this. Is that
Here we go.
one of the things that I got you? I got you a baseball hat, and it had
Yes, I should have brought.
Windy City Redneck Yogini, I believe.
Yes.
And I was explaining to Whiskey Jim earlier when I was kind of giving him. He had sent me a text. He's like, backstory.
Yeah, give me the backstory. Like, yeah.
So I gave him a little bit of lowdown tonight at when we were at the Post.
It was a one-word comment. Like, all it was backstory.
Well, that's how you are, backstory. and I could have said no, but I didn't. But we had a discussion, and I told him that one of the things that I've paid attention to a lot since our episodes, and just getting, I think me and you have gotten reacquainted. You've gotten reacquainted with one more as we've gotten older, and our kids have done their stuff, and
Right.
you have a connection with me and Dave through growing up together, going to school together. But now, most recently, we'll talk about Swannies in one of the segments, obviously. But one of the things that's on that hat, and that I've paid attention to ever since your 3 episodes that we had here, we recorded those when the weather was nice. Remember that?
Yes.
We had the doors open, and I never paid attention to it until those episodes, and you brought it up, and you've got on the cardinal red.
Yes.
Oh,
Explain.
You and I talked
yeah,
about this.
Yeah.
I
You
told
and
you
I
this.
talked
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you have this big belief. Tell everyone what that is.
Well, and it doesn't solely. It's not my own. It's a lot.
But
of
you're
people.
adamant about it.
I am very adamant about it. I truly believe that when cardinals come into your path, when they fly around you, near you, when they call out to you, I really feel a connection to cardinals calling out to me, because I truly believe that it's my loved ones, specifically my mom and my dad, who are gone. So I do believe that they show themselves in that way. And now I have a lot of cardinals in my house because a close friend of mine, every holiday, birthday, whatever it might be, she sends something cardinal to my house. So I have all kinds of cardinal things. And I truly believe that. So it's really, I think, cool that you brought that up about Northwood's map, because I wouldn't be surprised if one day during the spring or the summer you have that door open
And I said that to you.
Yeah.
and you hear or see a cardinal. And I would look up what a cardinal's song is, what they sound like. The males and females sound different. They look different, but you'll be able to differentiate between them.
So
It's-
honestly, I looked to Rene earlier when we brought that up. I've had a lot of cardinals recently come out around our house in the winter with snow, which I found crazy.
right.
And
Right.
I struggle with. I understand the belief,
Right.
whether I would love to believe that that's true. I don't know that. I don't know how I feel about it. But it's I. How do you know who it is?
So for me, my connection, who I'm always seeking to get a sign from, is my mom or my dad. And the males and females are distinctly different. The males are the bright red.
Yeah, right.
And the females are kind of that muted brownish red. They're not as pretty. So I'm always looking for a sign from my parents. And I think it's part of my whole yoga life. If you are open to receive, you will receive. You have to be open. You have to, if you walk around just closed off and kind of inside your own shell, inside your own box, and you're not aware of what's around you, you're not present. I speak often about being present, being in the moment, noticing things, just the littlest things. You'd be really amazed at what you see in a day.
I love that as a concept. I never noticed it before. I just started noticing maybe the cardinals, whatever the 2 or 3 cardinals have always been around my house. But I've never noticed.
Possible. Yeah.
But now they have a different meaning to you.
I don't know.
They may not.
I don't know.
He may see him next time and go, they're just
Or
cardinals.
maybe they're a cardinal trying to speak to our neighbors. Like I don't. Like
I think,
It could
Jim,
be.
you just got to be open to it. I think.
I
that's kinda
hope.
where it
Yeah,
goes
but
to.
who like? This is where I struggle with this, and I don't mean to be contrary,
No, it's okay.
but because I want it, it happens, or because I'm not. You're not.
I kind of think that's where she's going, where the openness.
But what I'm
If
saying
you're
is,
open to it.
but I'm not open. But I've noticed it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not open to it.
Well,
but I've noticed it.
you're kind of opening up to it if you're paying attention to
You
it.
have
Now.
to accept it. You have to be
Oh,
open.
I know they were there. I saw
You
them.
can't be so.
Yeah, but
Did they
so
catch your
centered.
attention? Did they catch you off guard? Did you, when you saw them, were you
Well, so
like,
at our kitchen, in our kitchen / dining room, we have we have windows off the dining room.
Right.
We have a little cutout country little window bay, and I've noticed them when I've either been cleaning things or looking. I'm like, oh, there's a cardinal. Wow, that's a really cool bright red cardinal. I know
Yes.
it's been bright red, so
so it's been a male?
yeah.
so my thought on that, just my perspective, and not to get extremely deep on it, is if Yogini's thought process is there, and this is what it is, which I'm totally receptive to, I'd like to say to you, maybe you don't have a fucking choice. Maybe these cardinals
That's what
are
I'm
just showing up and just saying to you, hey, Jim,
But
How
who
you
is it?
doing?
But who is it?
Yeah.
Does it matter? It's a
eventually they'll just shit on your head because they're going to get the message. They're like, hey, dude, we're here for you. Will you just pay attention?
There's been plenty of birds. I've actually had.
Listen,
we were in England. I had a bird shit on my head.
It's actually good luck.
Story. It is. It is.
Actually, good luck.
It is. It is.
Last summer,
Swannies
we were in
offer
England, and a
shampoos for
bird
people
shit-
that have
Yes,
in,
we
Wins-
do.
in Windsor, England, and a bird fucking shit on my head. And it was with my wife's cousin, and my
So did
daughter
you?
Teresa.
But you
And
didn't
they-
have to
we
use a
bought ice
towel. You
cream.
just use a squeegee.
Well, no, so we're eating ice tonight, which is why it's so shiny on the screen because I haven't showered since then.
Yeah. But back to the seriousness
I've
of
never
it.
heard the good luck part though.
No, I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that. I heard that.
Somebody's watching out for you.
They have the shit
And
on my
I-
head.
and I
They live
also-
out there.
The cardinals in your house.
No,
Hey,
it's called
listen.
getting your attention.
Hey, listen. I had fajitas earlier today. Can I shit on your head in a little bit? It was good luck.
Off camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Explicit. We might need to skip that.
On that note,
Hey, but back to the serious.
Yeah,
but back,
we-
to the, back to the seriousness of it is
Yeah.
that you go back to the Cardinal thing. Is that maybe some of those things you don't have a choice. You know, I mean, and I'm not saying. I don't know if arbitrary is the word, but I think there are a lot of things. And we may go down another path in a little bit in another segment or whatever on some another topic, but I think it's one of those things like the Cardinal thing. I got to tell you, Whiskey Jim, they've probably always been in your backyard. They've always probably been around you, and now maybe you're just realizing it. And
but I'm pretty militant about.
Your microphone. There you go.
I'm pretty militant about the animals in my backyard because I want my yard to be like a golf course.
Yeah.
So I notice. So
So maybe
and I may or may not try to get certain animals to not live in my yard anymore.
Okay. Well, every golf course I've been on is filled with goose shit. So I mean, I'm just saying.
We have so the geese. We have a lot of geese, but they go in the front yard. They don't go in the backyard.
Do geese come back as anything?
that I
Are they
as
like
shit.
mobsters or something?
right? That I don't know.
It's Al Capone. Al Capone is in your backyard when the geese come. But I truly believe that, and I paid attention to that. So a friend of ours that we know, one more, Kelly. She's out in Washington. They moved out to Washington State. We talked about this before.
State.
Yeah, Washington State. And she listens to the podcast every week. And she said that her favorite episodes are the ones that are here in the summertime because she loves to hear the birds. And I think I've shared this with you before.
Yeah.
She loves to hear the birds in the background and the dogs and just the things that go on here on
Tim,
the
would you
south
whistle?
side. And
No.
so that the Cardinal thing and everything, I think it's all completely relevant. Don't even, that's a whole nother. If you're doing the opening to our failed TV show, yes, he is. He's doing the opening to our failed TV show
this
that
Opie?
never took off.
Supposed to be
Which that's a whole nother episode. That's the hidden videotape.
But so I guess
episode.
I need to be a better person, or I need to be a more
I
enlightened
think it's
person.
more receptive.
I don't think it's about being better. Are you a person of faith?
I believe in things.
So I think that's what it comes down to.
I believe in the curveball.
I
believe
feel that if you're a
one's
person
back.
of faith or a spiritual person, you're going to be more open to those signs, or you're just going to be more open to that.
Yeah, you just got to be more receptive.
You have to be more receptive. It's but you don't have to do anything. If that's not your thing, I mean, it'll be interesting to hear
Yeah.
next time we see each other if the Cardinals have been back and what your response to it. If you think
Well,
about it,
what should the response be? Should I go out and like hug them, or
No. Just
I mean, oh my God!
Don't shoot him with the pellet gun.
Yeah.
right. Maybe they're testing you because they know you want a golf course, pristine lawn, and they're
But
gonna.
it's the winter. It's the winter, so there's not, you can't even see
You
the
can't
wall.
see it?
It's raining now, but 2 days ago it was 10 inches of snow in Schaumburg. So
You live in Schaumburg?
yeah,
Okay. So I don't know. You brought up Northwood.
are Schaumburg
Matt.
Cardinals different than other Cardinals?
No. But with like Northwood Matt.
I know if there is a Cardinal Association in Schaumburg, you are definitely going to be kicked out.
There's just been flagged.
No, but anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, but I'm just, I don't know.
I'm not I'm not challenging you at all, and I'm not.
I don't
I'm
feel
not.
challenged.
I
all.
want to
It's-
believe. There are certain people that have passed that I would love to connect with, and there have been certain people in my life that have passed that shortly after they passed, I had vivid dreams with them.
Actually, they say that if you think about somebody, and when you dream about them, that's them coming to revisit.
And they've been real. They've been absolutely real. And there's only been a certain few. I don't open myself up to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just the close.
And it's been every one of those persons, from my grandmother to my best friend to, maybe one other person. And I would like that to be real. I would want to go to bed.
Was it real in your mind?
It was.
That is
It was
real.
real in my heart, which is better than my mind.
Well, then
You felt love.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty real.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty real. So,
But
it's real to you. That's all that matters.
like I was pissed when those dreams went away. I was pissed.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I talked my best friend Bob. I talked to his wife after that. And I'm like I had these dreams like after he died, and I'm like, it was awesome. They were awesome. Like it was like we were.
Right.
Like it was just like it was like we're together.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was
But-
mad when they just went away.
But he touched your life. That's what was matter.
Yeah.
He touched your life.
Yeah.
In a
And
special
that was
way.
you revisiting those, and whether it was him coming to visit you or whether it was just you visiting
Just what you
him.
needed.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
It's a
whether I
good
need it or
thing.
not. It was just awesome.
It was
Like,
a good thing either way.
I don't need another beer, but it's awesome if I get another beer.
I'll get you one.
Renee? No, Renee's right by the cooler.
Yeah, I'll get you.
But I mean, as far as like my cat, after my wife passed away, I think my cat been a lot more loving to me
Sure.
through my
Yeah.
wife. And I thought it'll be 6 years. April 1st, I lost my wife, but my cat, like the last 3 years, he's been a lot more attentive.
Uh-huh.
Like with the carnal, like with the whole
Yes.
thing with you, with
Yes.
the yoga.
So I think and I'm not challenging again.
No,
I think the difference between a cat that's in a house with you every day and a cardinal that's just a bird flying by the house.
but see, it's
I think
a sign.
the cardinal senses, I'm sorry, the cat, your cat,
No.
Well, Tim.
yeah, senses what you need.
So Tim, was the cat around when your wife was alive, or is the
Oh, yeah.
cat okay?
Did the
So,
cat?
Did you buy the
catch and
cat,
eat a
or
cardinal?
did she get the cat?
No, actually, the cat, long story short, my son was dating a girl 15 years ago. She had a litter of cats, and that, my next door neighbor, we both got two different kittens. Well, we swapped kittens. So, but my cat used to screw on my wife all the time in a loving way.
Right.
I mean, it was affectionate. And then once my wife passed away, it's like her spirit went to my cat.
So
Like with the
I kind
cardinals
of
on-
love that. I
it
kind
was a
of
sign,
love that.
With,
Yeah.
with the sign with the Cardinals, they're saying, "Hey, you're alive. We're watching you. We love you." You know, and that yoga sense, life.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I believe in it.
And so I guess
really
my
do.
question to you as
Yes.
a yoga person or
Those
as
are
a
great
person that
thoughts,
believes in
Tim.
that.
Good
Yeah,
job.
great. I
Those are
absolutely
great
love
thoughts,
that. Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful.
No, I mean, she's a beautiful woman.
What do you do? What do you do with those messages then? Like, what do you just other than accept them? Or you said to be open to accept?
Oh, it's always I smile and I say, "Hi, I see you." You know, it's I always respond. I'm actually in a very sad moment because I haven't seen them recently, and I'm always, because I walk my dog, twice a day, except for ice storms and things like that. But so I'm out there, and that's what I'm looking for my friends, my mom, my dad, and they haven't been around, and so it's kind of like, oh, I wonder when they're going to come back. You know,
Well,
You know what?
Maybe it's
I
just
gotta-
because you're in a good place right now. You're decent. Everything's fairly decent.
sure.
Sometimes, well, no, it seems like I was going there like sometimes.
Then why are they coming around me?
So, well, no,
The heat will kick back on in a second.
Yeah.
It times out.
no. The point is
He
it
didn't say
seems
one
like
place, said a good
maybe
place.
they come and visit you when you need them. You know what I mean?
I think there's probably
So
some
maybe
truth
now,
to
if
that.
you're in kind of a decent place, it's like we'll take
And
take a
I gotta
break
tell you,
So it also leads when I wrote these out. A couple
Yeah.
things I thought of.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to this in segment 7.
okay.
One of the things, would you rather be like a ghost that follows loved ones, or it was pretty cool. Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
But it was, but I would hope, going on what you said, that if I pass or when I pass, I would like to follow the people that I love.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm thinking you're tripping people as they're walking down the sidewalk.
No. I just like the first one you said is like if I pass. Like, the fuck? Are you on lithium batteries?
Do you have exemption from death?
I may have already sold my soul.
The deep state.
I may
What
have sold
the
my soul
hell?
already. Don't judge me.
Yeah. Do you know something we don't know?
Right.
What's
I'm
the
just
term
saying.
you use?
I tell you one thing. I know. If you don't ever live forever, and a bird shits on my head, I know it's.
Yes.
Here's the reason I feel I'm going to live forever. I have never got my ass kicked, and I don't understand why. This crazy shit I say to people.
We're in the
Well,
first segment
tonight-
of the episode. It's early yet, buddy.
So
You never got beat up?
Let's check back 2 episodes.
Do you remember the episode you were in when he told the story about was it the Kansas City fan in front of you that you thought was going to beat the fuck out of you?
Oh yeah.
No, the Denver fan.
Denver fan, yeah.
Yes.
You were a part of that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver
Yeah,
Broncos.
yeah.
We all weren't here quite totally.
So I
No, hold on.
I was
We got
so obnoxious in front of me.
squirrel. We got to get back. We're
Edit.
so no, that's fine. We don't have to edit it, but I want to get back to something real quick. Back to the fact that the Cardinals aren't around. And I don't mean this jokingly. I mean this in all seriousness. With the weather that we've had lately, why would you want to be around here?
That's very true.
Well, no,
I'm hoping
they're
maybe
still-
there's
they're still
somewhere
in the area,
really
though.
warm.
Yeah.
And you know how I know they're still in the area? I talked about how
home with Chicago weather. I'm out of here.
Right.
We'll come back in the spring.
Right.
Yeah.
See you in March.
I talk about that I'm a lawn Nazi, but I literally 2 days ago threw bread out into the snow so birds would. And my wife said, she goes, there was a ton of birds like picking at the bread. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She didn't mention they were cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay.
Now, see, you actually did a disservice to your community and yourself.
But the birds were
Wait, don't
dying.
have-
It was so cold.
Doesn't matter because you're gonna get the wrong kind of birds and you're gonna send the wrong message. And that's a whole
So
nother
the
episode.
person next door, the person next door to
not
us,
talking about
has
the
a bird
border.
feeder that's out
Dude,
constantly.
I've been down
That
this
he
fucking road. I
feeds them
swear
every
to
day.
God, I'm telling you.
He has a
And
what?
again, we are explicit
bird
language.
feeder.
Bird feeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
There was the lady right behind me had a bird feeder,
okay.
and then she
And you have a
started-
shotgun.
No.
No. So what wound up? No, I'm just going to tell you something. Is that that's cool.
For the
Having
record, he
having
never shot a
having
cardinal.
A bird feeder. Now, I don't have a bird feeder. I do have a hummingbird feeder. Specifically, that's the
So
only
it's
thing I
red,
will do.
sweetened water.
Yes, like the wine you sell. And
No, I saw that she's
It's
drinking.
what I'm drinking.
okay.
That,
So anyway,
completely different things.
the lady across the back, which I have no problem talking about her because she's been dead for a long time. She was a fucking pain in the ass. This lady would throw stuff out nonstop. And this neighborhood got infested with blackbirds. And blackbirds are
Outside, I get it.
blackbirds, the big old blackbirds / crows
Starlings.
they're raccoons with wings. And they carry so much bacteria and bile in their droppings. And my
You
yard
don't think,
was living
the Cardinals carry the same bacteria and drop bile?
I'm telling you, the magnitude of which this
Probably
happened,
not the volume. I
yes,
think he's
the volume and the
speaking
magnitude,
of volume.
it was insane.
Yes.
Every animal,
Kind of like geese.
Right. Exactly.
yeah. But my point being is that cool. You gave it to them because they were cold and
So I'll go out when I get home tonight, and I'll take all this soap, like
Pick up
cold,
your fucking
frozen,
bread,
and I'll
okay?
eat it. Yeah, I'll make. Yeah.
You can use it for stuffing. Remember the last episode?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, my
Yeah.
stuffing it was awesome
Oh, no.
for Christmas.
Sure it was.
all right. So do we want to wrap up this first segment, or do we want to keep going?
Yeah, we're at 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
at 40 minutes. We can
Yeah,
take a
let's
break.
quick break.
But
Sounds
we got off to a good start here. Is anyone here at the table opposed to the would you rather not thing that we're doing?
Is opposed to it or?
No,
Not now.
you want to go with
I thought
that
we
in the
brought
next
a
segment?
guest on that we would talk.
Yeah, let's talk
about
to the
it.
Yeah,
guest.
we'll talk. We'll do the next segment. We'll go into a little bit more about what you want to talk about. I think we just barely touched in with the
we
Cardinal
scratched.
stuff.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Get reorganized
just
here,
got
and then we're gonna
stretched
focus on
from the yoga
we'll
segment.
focus on you in the next segment, and then I think in the third segment, our wrap up segment, we'll hit a couple of those cards.
Yeah.
You good with that?
sounds good.
Yeah,
You
one
good?
of these times we could do a yoga segment, like
Yeah.
on yoga mats, like you
Right.
guys doing
Well,
yoga.
Can
That
we have goats?
that will that
No, that is so ridiculous.
that
No.
that will be the episode when I'm absent. Okay.
It will not be the one in Schaumburg.
I'll
This is Windy City Redneck, the podcast, season 4, episode 2. That's what she said. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Check us out on YouTube and on our Buzzsprout site. Windy City Redneck, the podcast, WindyCityRedneck.com. We'll be back in a little bit.